Kellyanne Conway. Kellyanne, great to see you. So,
thanks, Megyn.
Is it true that Trump has a new campaign strategy in advance of the next debate, which is, as the New York Times put it, practice?
So he did practice and he did prepare before these debates. I think looking toward the next format, the town hall format, we will certainly be taking into account the different logistics and the physicalities involved with that particular setting. I think if Mr. Trump looks back at the first 30 minutes or so of the debate, he'll see some real highlights. His ability to sort of joust and jab with Hillary Clinton over her flip-flopping on TPP, over the disastrous results of NAFTA that she owns and she and her husband own. And he was really great about that, about jobs going out overseas and jobs going to Mexico and China and to other places where Americans in search of jobs are very disappointed that they're facing everyday unaffordability and they're
but I don't want to relitigate the whole debate. But then what about the hour after that? Because you know, this isn't me saying this. This is your advisors are saying that he needs to adjust before the next debate. This is, I mean, they're citing many Trump campaign advisors saying he needs to do things differently because he didn't take advantage of many opportunities to hit her on many vulnerable issues, and this is a very tight race. Missed opportunities are costly.
And so if Mr. Trump was guilty of anything Monday night, it was certainly answering the questions as they were asked, and then answering Hillary Clinton.
Taking the bait of every attack she laid for him.
Well, and answering her, and also I think he's gotten very little credit, Megyn, for how gracious he was at the beginning and at the end of the debate. At the very beginning, nobody is covering this. He actually said Secretary Clinton, and then he looked over and he said, should I call you Secretary Clinton? I want you to be happy. It's very important to me. At the end of the debate, after she tried to rough him up over a couple comments he's made over 25 years or so with respect to women, he said, you know, I came prepared to say some rough stuff, but I won't do it because your family's here and your daughter's here. But it's not nice that you're running hundreds of millions of dollars in negative ads against me.
Kellyanne.
And he has a point.
Come on. It's not nice.
Oh,
they are running for president. Of course she's going to hit him with negative ads.
But the ad should be true.
He's out there on the The ads that she's running about him when it comes to his comments on women use his words, Kellyanne.
No,
use his words.
No, but her ads... Okay, but Megyn, why is she spending all this money and not talking about her vision for post-Obamacare?
Because there's two facets of a campaign. You know that better than anybody. You hit your opponent and try to disqualify him or her, and then you sell your own vision. I mean, she's allowed to hit him with negative ads, and he should be hitting her right back, should he not? There goes my bracelet.
Comeback bracelet. Look, so for the debate prep moving forward, he'll continue to prepare. We'll be ready for the town hall format. And I do want to say that he also should recognize that Hillary Clinton practiced and Hillary Clinton was ready with some canned lines. She made sure she was going to get out, and she did. She succeeded in doing that.
Including that bit at the end, which had clearly been rehearsed, and she was ready with it.
And that's right. And I think that what Mr. Trump would like to do in the future is, even if the issues are not raised by the moderator or by the opponent, he can talk about Benghazi. He had Mark Geist, a Benghazi hero and survivor.
Last night they were talking, I mean, Monday night they were talking about, whatever night that was, they were talking about national security and securing America's future. So obviously her history and that approach was fair game. But that's, I mean, you can give him that, right? He's not a seasoned politician. He hasn't done all these one-on-one debates like she has, over 15. I mean, those sort of rookie mistakes in going to one-to-one are, I think, entirely understandable and forgivable. But, you know, disappointing to his supporters that he didn't, you know, more go for the jugular, and that he so often walked into the traps she was setting. But as for, you know, you raised the question about, you know, he made a couple comments over 25 years. You know that's not true. You know he has repeatedly made comments about women, about their looks, about their size, their weight. Even in this campaign, talking about Carly Fiorina's face, retweeting a negative picture about Heidi Cruz's face, criticizing Hillary Clinton and her look. And Kellyanne, this is an issue for him, is it not?
Well, Megyn, but is that the campaign issue that Hillary Clinton is running on? The answer seems to be yes. Do we not deserve as voters for this woman to tell us whether she thinks Obamacare is a disaster or not, whether she'll take us to single payer, whether she thinks that it should be repealed and replaced as Donald Trump does? Is she ever going to be held to account for an active investigation? She has 5 staffers, including her former chief of staff and her current lawyer, taking the 5th. pleading immunity over an active investigation over
Trump raised that. He
over
raised that
an
on
illegal.
Monday.
No, I mean, well,
But
he did,
my only point, the only reason I ask you that question is because you're suggesting it was out of line somehow for that issue to come up.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I'm just wondering why she's spending tens of millions of dollars in negative ads and negative mail pieces and never putting together an aspirational
because she's
positive
killing
vision.
him with women, and she sees an advantage there, and she's trying to exploit it. And my question to you is whether he needs to come up with a better answer than telling Fox and Friends, well, she gained a bunch of weight when she won Miss Universe, and she was a real problem.
Well, now we're conflating different things. What I would say to that is this, that he should speak to America's women based on the issues about which they care. Prosperity and security, and he should talk about Obamacare and education, and he should talk about the lies that Hillary Clinton has told over many different decades, and he should also, I think he should brag more about the thousands of women he has employed at the Trump Corporation over decades, and the high positions that they have. They've been promoted, they've been well compensated. He has a great child care plan that no Republican has ever really touched before. I guess it didn't poll well.
He's got
people in this country are struggling. Well, no, it's him. This is his campaign.
No, I'm saying he's got you. He's got, I mean, you know, even Hillary Clinton doesn't have a female campaign manager, and you do a great job.
And he does, and I appreciate that. And let me tell you, when he promoted me to this position, he never mentioned my gender. It wasn't like, oh, gee, let's get a woman out there that will help with women. He hires people based on merit.
That's the interesting thing about him, Kellyanne, is that he does insult women a lot. He insults